top stories tonight in Y News. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. secures a monumental investment of $4.26 billion from the Saudi business group during a meeting on sidelines on the ASEAN Gulf Cooperation Council or GCC summit.
18 Filipinos who had sought repatriation from Israel have safely arrived in Manila today.
The Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical and Astronomical Services Administration or PAG-ASA officially announces the onset of northeast monsoon.
And a United States Navy warship intercepts multiple projectiles launched by the Iran-allied Houthi movement from Yemen, potentially targeting Israel amid the Israel-Hamas conflict.
Good evening, Philippines and the world. Today is Friday, October 20, 2023. Join us in the next hour as we deliver today's top stories around the Philippines and in other parts of the world. I am Joselito Liquido.
We are also seen in 1,935 satellite monitoring centers nationwide and via live streaming worldwide through the UNTV News and Rescue social media channels. I am Marvy Delfin.
First in the news, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. participated in the first ASEAN GCC summit held in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, where he engaged in discussions covering critical issues related to the South China Sea and the ongoing conflict between Israel and Hamas militant group. From Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, Nel Maribohok will give us the details live. Hello, Nel. Good evening.
Good day. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. expressed deep concern about the increasing number of victims and the safety of the people amid the Israel-Hamas conflict. In his intervention during the first ASEAN Gulf Cooperation Council summit, the President conveyed his hope that all parties involved would make every effort to de-escalate the situation, cease all violence, and engage in dialogue and diplomacy. President Marcos' call for peace came in the wake of the Department of Foreign Affairs confirming the tragic death of another female Filipino caregiver in Israel. PBBM, along with other leaders from ASEAN and the GCC, issued a joint statement addressing the developments in Gaza. Their statement called for the cessation of hostilities, the provision of humanitarian aid, the release of hostages, and a strengthening of diplomatic efforts to achieve lasting peace in the region. In addition to this intervention on this matter, President Marcos emphasized the importance of cooperation between members of these two regional organizations to promote peace, security, and stability in the South China Sea and the Arabian Sea. He underlined the significance of this collaboration in ensuring continued prosperity. And that is our update here live in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Back to you.
Thank you, Nel Maribohok, reporting live from Saudi Arabia.
Before the commencement of the ASEAN Gulf Cooperation Council Summit, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. held a significant meeting with businessmen in Saudi Arabia. During this meeting, several key agreements were signed between the two countries, focusing on investments that hold the promise of creating thousands of job opportunities for Filipinos. Nel Maribohok reports.
President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. secured a total investment of $4.26 billion from the Saudi business group following his meeting on the sidelines of the ASEAN Gulf Cooperation Council or GCC summit. Among the agreements signed, a noteworthy commitment of $120 million has been allocated for the construction and export services of two major companies in Saudi Arabia. This substantial investment is expected to generate approximately 15,000 jobs for Filipinos, reflecting a boon to the nation's employment landscape. Additionally, the businessmen have signed agreements for a human resource service pact worth $3.7 billion. President Marcos emphasized that the Middle Eastern countries can explore a multitude of opportunities in the Philippines beyond the labor market.
And that is the area where I think that the GCC and ASEAN will find as a fertile ground for future investment, and also for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the Republic of the Philippines to further strengthen the ties, not only in trade, but in areas of telecommunication, healthcare, energy, and even agriculture, as was been spoken about.
He urged Saudi businessmen to consider investing in the country's infrastructure projects, anticipating that the Philippines can benefit not only from Saudi investments but also learn from their extensive experience in financial management.
At the forefront of these opportunities is the recently launched Maharlika Investment Fund, the Philippines' first ever sovereign investment fund designed to drive long-term economic development through increased investments in high-impact sectors.
The business leaders in Saudi Arabia expressed their warm response to the Maharlika Investment Fund and signified their intent to learn from the Philippine success stories in terms of finances. Nel Maribuho, UNTV News and Rescue. We serve the people, we give glory to God.
18 Filipinos who sought repatriation from Israel have safely arrived in Manila today. Meanwhile, the Philippine authorities urged Filipinos currently in Lebanon and Egypt to exercise caution and avoid large gatherings or mass congregations in light of potential safety concerns in these regions. Rosalie Cos will tell us why.
The second batch of overseas Filipino workers who were repatriated from Israel due to the ongoing conflict have arrived in the Philippines. This group consists of 14 caregivers and 4 hotel workers, and they were met by various government agencies at NAIA Terminal 3 late this afternoon. Upon their return, these repatriated workers will receive a comprehensive package of support, including financial assistance, medical and health checkups, psychosocial evaluation, personal care, hygiene and food kits, and skills training services. Meanwhile, protests continue to unfold in several parts of the Middle East, with thousands of people demonstrating in relation to the ongoing conflict between the Israeli Defense Forces and Hamas militants. These events have heightened tensions in the region, raising concerns about the potential spread of conflict. The Philippine Embassy in Lebanon has advised Filipinos in the country to exercise caution and avoid public places, social gatherings, and unnecessary travel, particularly in the southern regions. To provide assistance, the Department of Migrant Workers has established a Lebanon 24/7 help desk for overseas Filipino workers in need of support. Affected OFWs may contact the hotline at 632-1348 or the WhatsApp and Viber numbers at 63908 326-8344, 63927-147-8186, and 63920-517-1059. In addition, the Philippine Embassy in Egypt has reminded the Filipino community to exercise caution and stay away from mass congregations, urging them to stay at home unless necessary. This advisory comes as random marches and demonstrations are taking place in Egypt. Rosalie Cos, UNTV News and Rescue. We serve the people, we give glory to God.
The Commission on Elections, or COMELEC, has made it clear that they will not hesitate to conduct Operation Baklas daily if necessary. This operation, aimed at removing unlawful campaign materials, underscores the dedication of the agency to ensure fair and transparent elections. Dante Amento tells us why.
Commission on Elections Chairman George Erwin Garcia, along with several other COMELEC officials, led a charge in removing illegal campaign posters through Oplan Baklas in barangays 310 and 312 in Manila this afternoon. This proactive effort sends a clear message to all candidates who may contemplate violating campaign rules for the upcoming Barangay and Sangguniang Kabataan elections or BSKE. Chairman Garcia stressed that they will not hesitate to conduct Oplan Baklas even on a daily basis if circumstances demand it.
Sa mga magkakabit pa ng mga posters, kung araw-araw kayo magkakabit illegally, araw-araw din kami magbabaklas, hindi namin titigilan yan.
It's crucial to note that the poll body has reiterated that all campaign paraphernalia posted outside common poster areas are deemed illegal with a specified size of 2 by 3 feet.
Yung common poster areas, yan ang pinapayagan lang ng COMELEC. Outside ng common poster areas, illegal na yan. Private property, legal yan. Basta magko-comply sa 2 by 3.
Following the removal of these prohibited campaign materials, the COMELEC intends to file disqualification cases before the clerk of the commission. Additionally, their efforts will also be directed towards combating vote buying, a critical concern in ensuring the fairness of the elections.
Siyempre magpapail kami ng kaso muna sa lahat ng mga nagkabit at saka nag-illegally campaign at pagkatapos after nito magkakaroon naman tayo ng yung sa laban natin sa kontrabigay. Alam natin ngayon wala pa masyadong namimili o namimigay ng kung ano-ano. Darating yan mga 3 araw bago mag-eleksyon.
Dante Amento, UNTV, News and Rescue. We serve the people. We give glory to God.
The Commission on Elections, or COMELEC, has yet to receive the formal declaration of vacancy for the post of Palawan 3rd District Representative Edward Hagedorn, who recently passed away. COMELEC Chairperson George Erwin Garcia has shed some light on the situation, explaining that the delay may be attributed to the fact that the House of Representatives is currently on a break. However, COMELEC is reportedly prepared to take action should the lower chamber of Congress order them to conduct special elections to fill the vacated post of Hagedorn.
Pagbalik ng sesyon, dyan natin malalaman kung i-declare ng Kongreso na vacant yung posisyon. And kung magpapatawag sila, then no choice ang COMELEC kung hindi mag-conduct ng special election.
The PNP has announced its plans to deploy additional personnel to areas of concern that fall under the red category. According to Police Colonel Jean Fajardo, acting chief of the PNP Public Information Office, a total of 361 barangays have been classified under the red category, including regions in Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, or BARMM, Negros Oriental, and Abra.
Diyan nga po sa Bangsamoro Autonomous Region, magdadagdag po tayo dyan ng personnel coming from the NCRPO, Region 10, 11, and 12. Mga around 800 po yung augmentation team natin. Meron din po tayong augmentation personnel sa Negros Oriental. Hinihintay lang po natin yung official transmittal po ng documents coming from the COMELEC officially declaring yung the whole province of Negros Oriental as under COMELEC control.
Colonel Fajardo further emphasized that the PNP will elevate their alert level to full alert status 3 days before the election day. Their primary focus will be to monitor and deter any instances of vote buying, vote selling, and harassment of candidates and their supporters. The PNP is committed to ensuring that their personnel are fully prepared to handle any situation that may arise on election day. In fact, they have trained nearly 4,500 PNP personnel to serve as Board of Election Inspectors if necessary.
And for the news abroad, in a recent development, a United States Navy warship successfully intercepted 3 cruise missiles and multiple drones that were launched from Yemen, potentially towards an undisclosed destination. The Pentagon confirmed this incident, which occurred amid heightened regional tensions during the Israel-Hamas conflict. Paul Gatchalian details why live. Yes, Paul, good evening.
Good evening. A United States Navy warship has intercepted 3 cruise missiles and multiple drones launched by the Iran-aligned Houthi movement from Yemen, heading toward an undisclosed destination, according to Pentagon. This incident occurred during a period of heightened tensions in the region, coinciding with the Israel-Hamas conflict. The USS Carney, a destroyer, was positioned in the northern Red Sea and successfully neutralized these projectiles with no reported injuries. Pentagon spokesperson Brigadier General Patrick Ryder noted that the exact target of these missiles and drones couldn't be confirmed definitively. However, they were launched from Yemen and their trajectory pointed north along the Red Sea, potentially towards locations in Israel. A United States official speaking anonymously indicated that the warship did not appear to be intended target of these projectiles. In response to escalating regional tensions, the United States deployed a substantial naval presence to the Middle East, including 2 aircraft carriers, support vessels, and approximately 2,000 Marines. While the White House has stated that there are no immediate plans for their use, this deployment strategically positions U.S. military assets to safeguard national security interests if necessary. The United States maintains a network of bases in the Middle East with troops, fighter aircrafts, and warships, adding to its readiness and capabilities in the region. Back to you.
A plan by the United States Navy warship Department of Defense to transfer back to Israel 2 Iron Dome systems could happen very soon. In fact, within a few days. At a briefing to members of Congress, the department disclosed its plan to lease the Iron Domes to Israel in an arrangement where the U.S. will keep ownership of the defense systems. The Pentagon bought the Iron Dome missile defense system from Israel, developed by Israeli company Rafael Advanced Defense System back in 2006 to counter rocket fire from Lebanon. The Iron Domes were also used to protect Israel against Palestine in 2007, with the domes becoming operational in 2011. The White House will fulfill additional security requests from Israel as soon as possible and promises to replenish interceptors used by the defense system and the ammunition while redoubling U.S. military presence in the region. We'll share more global stories with you later, but for now, back to you, Marvi.
Thank you, Maven. For those watching our live streaming on YouTube, please click the subscribe button you see on your screen and ring the bell for notification. You may also follow us on Facebook. The Metropolitan Manila Development Authority, or MMDA, has announced plans to make adjustments in the bustling metropolis. Starting November 13, mall operating hours will be modified in preparation for the upcoming holiday season. JP Nunez will tell us why.
As the month of December approaches, the Metropolitan Manila Development Authority, or MMDA, anticipates an influx of consumers traveling to the metropolis. This surge in visitors is likely due to Metro Manila's abundance of bazaars and malls offering a wide array of choices for holiday shoppers. To address the potential traffic congestion in major thoroughfares, the MMDA has outlined several mitigation measures. Starting from November 13 and extending until January 8 next year, mall operating hours will be adjusted. They will now run from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. as opposed to the previous schedule of 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Mall management will have the option to extend their operation beyond 11 p.m. to accommodate eager shoppers.
Alam naman po natin na habang palapit ang Pasko ay yung traffic na i-extend normally pag hindi naman po Christmas season hanggang 8-9 o'clock lang, pero pag ganito pong magpapasko ay talaga pong na-extend siya hanggang late night ng gabi.
The MMDA will implement mall-wide sales during weekends, while the delivery of supplies, except perishable goods, will be allowed from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. Shopping mall operators are also requested to submit their respective traffic management plans to the MMDA 2 weeks before scheduled mall sales and other promotional events. Meanwhile, the MMDA will enforce a no excavation policy and extend the duty hours for their traffic personnel until midnight. The agency has noted a significant increase in traffic volume since the resumption of face-to-face classes and expects another surge during the holiday rush.
Sa ngayon pa lamang po ang in-increase na ng volume ng vehicle, lalong-lalo na po na nagsimula yung face-to-face classes. Along Ortigas Avenue, 14%. Along EDSA, 6.7%. Along Aurora Boulevard, 15%.
JP Nunez, UNTV, News and Rescue. We serve the people, we give glory to God.
This November, passengers preparing to take to the skies should brace themselves for the increase in airfares. The Civil Aeronautics Board, or ACAB, has raised the fuel surcharge level, which means added costs for travelers. As of October, the passenger and cargo fuel surcharge was set at level 6. However, as we move into November, it's expected to rise to level 7, and the implications are substantial. Under level 7, the fuel surcharge for domestic passenger flights will range from 219 to 739 pesos, depending on the distance of the journey. Meanwhile, for international passenger flights departing from the Philippines, the fuel surcharge will vary between 722.71 and 5,373.69 pesos. It's important to note that the fuel surcharge is an optional fee separate from the base fare. Airlines levy this charge to recoup expenses incurred due to the unpredictable fluctuations in jet fuel prices.
Authorities executed a raid on the Golden Koi Lending Company Incorporation located at 1 Salcedo building in Salcedo Village, Makati City at 5:30 p.m. today. This operation was carried out based on a search and examination warrant issued by Judge Maria Victoria Soriano Villadolid of the Manila Regional Trial Court Branch 24. The Presidential Anti-Organized Crime Commission has a witness who worked as an agent collector for the said company. This raid followed numerous complaints of online harassment received by authorities when borrowers failed to meet their monthly dues. During the operation, a total of 236 individuals were apprehended. This group consisted of 1 Chinese national, 1 Taiwanese national, 1 Malaysian national, and 234 Filipinos.
The Department of Energy has observed several factors contributing to the recent increase in petroleum product prices. One of these factors is the decreasing stockpile in the United States of America. As a result, another price hike is anticipated for gasoline, diesel, and kerosene next week. Additionally, the DOE mentioned that speculations related to the conflict between Israel and Gaza have also played a role in the price increase. However, the visit of U.S. President Joe Biden to the Middle East is expected to help prevent further escalating tensions in the region.
The mere fact na bumaba yung stockpiles nila, yung imbak nila, ibig sabihin, nagagamit yung mga produktong petrolyo. So tumataas yung kanilang demand, ang United States. Kapag nagkaroon ng solusyon yung geopolitical conflict sa Israel at Palestine, so syempre magno-normalize. So tataas na naman yung demand. Sa pagtaas ng demand, tataas ang presyo kasi lumalaki na naman yung pangangailangan natin.
In light of these developments, the DOE advises motorists to consider choosing gasoline stations that offer lower prices.
The Department of Justice has confirmed that the cases filed against Jayren Esquilario, alias Senor Aguila, and 12 others from Socorro Bayanihan Services Incorporated have been submitted for resolution after today's preliminary investigation conducted by the panel of prosecutors of the DOJ. Hilario and others are accused by their members of violations of Republic Act 9208 or the Anti-Trafficking in Persons Act, kidnapping and serious illegal detention, as well as violations of RA 11596, an act prohibiting the practice of child marriage, and RA 7610, the Special Protection of Children Against Child Abuse, Exploitation and Discrimination Act.
The northeast monsoon is now in effect, and its impact is primarily felt in northern Luzon. This weather pattern will bring light rains to areas such as Batanes, Cagayan, Isabela, Apayao, and Kalinga. Additionally, the shear line is affecting central Luzon. According to the latest forecast from Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical, and Astronomical Services Administration or PAGASA, scattered rain showers and thunderstorm are expected in Metro Manila, Calabarzon, Aurora, Nueva Ecija, Pampanga, Bulacan, and Camarines Norte. For the rest of the Cordillera Administrative Region, Ilocos Region, and Cagayan Valley, isolated light rains are anticipated. The remaining parts of the country can expect isolated rain showers and thunderstorms.
The North Atlantic Treaty Organization has taken decisive action in response to a concerning development. NATO has intensified its patrols in the Baltic Sea region, following reports of damage to underwater infrastructure belonging to its member countries. Ann Gonzalez tells us why.
The North Atlantic Treaty Organization, or NATO, alongside its allies, has taken steps to bolster security in the Baltic Sea region as they closely monitor an ongoing issue involving damaged subsea infrastructure. The situation revolves around the impairment of underwater gas pipelines and telecommunication cables connecting Finland and Estonia, which occurred almost 2 weeks ago. Recent reports suggest that a telecommunications cable running from Sweden to Estonia may have suffered partial damage around the same time as the infrastructure issues between Finland and Estonia. Authorities have yet to reach a definitive conclusion on the cause of these incidents, whether they were accidental or deliberate. NATO has responded by announcing the deployment of additional surveillance and reconnaissance flights to patrol the Baltic Sea. Furthermore, a fleet of 4 NATO mine hunters has been dispatched to the area. Estonian Defense Minister Hanno Pevkur sought to assure the public, emphasizing that the heightened security measures do not indicate an increased military threat. Instead, it reflects the strong relationships between NATO allies and underscores the alliance's commitment to safeguarding critical infrastructure. NATO remains in close contact with its allies regarding this situation and will continue to adapt its maritime posture in the Baltic Sea as events unfold. Ann Gonzalez, UNTV News and Rescue. We serve the people. We give glory to God.
Amazon, the e-commerce and tech giant, has unveiled an initiative to integrate robotics into its vast operations. While this move promises increased efficiency and automation, it has raised concerns among its nearly 1.5 million human workforce. This report will tell us why. Amazon, the global tech and e-commerce juggernaut, has made an announcement that's captured significant attention. The company revealed that it is currently conducting tests involving humanoid robots in one of its warehouses in the United States. The objective of this initiative is to enhance efficiency and customer service, in Amazon's words, freeing up employees. The robot at the center of this development is named Digit. It's equipped with limbs that allow it to move, grasp, and manipulate objects much like humans. Amazon, a tech giant known for its innovation and rapid expansion, has been utilizing robotics extensively in its operations. In fact, it boasts a workforce of over 750,000 robots working alongside human staff, and they are primarily tasked with handling highly repetitive tasks. However, concerns have been raised about the potential displacement of human employees. Some in the UK trade union have voiced their apprehension, characterizing Amazon's automation efforts as a swift path toward job reductions. They pointed to observed jobs disappearances in fulfillment centers. In response, Amazon has asserted that its robotic systems have actually contributed to the creation of hundreds of thousands of new jobs within its operations. These newly created positions encompass 700 different job categories, including skilled roles that were not previously part of the company's workforce. Ty Brady, the chief technologist of Amazon Robotics, also weighed in, emphasizing that people are indispensable. He disputed the notion that Amazon might eventually transition to completely automated warehouses. Maven Carrizo, UNTV News and Rescue. We serve the people, we give glory to God. And those are the reasons behind the news in other parts of the globe. I am Maven Carrizo from Perth, Australia. Good evening.
For all the music lovers and enthusiasts, there's an exciting event coming your way. KDR Music House is set to present a back-to-back concert this upcoming Sunday. This promises to be a musical extravaganza featuring the return of Lucas Graham to the Philippine stage, where they'll serenade his Filipino fans. In addition to this thrilling performance, you can also catch the digital live stream of Wish Date Memoir. Gladys Tuabi details why.
To all you music lovers out there, mark your calendars for an extraordinary evening this coming Sunday, October 22, 2023 at precisely 7 p.m.
Once I was 7 years old, Mama told me, go make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old.
First on the lineup is the highly anticipated return of Lucas Graham to the Philippines. Gracing the stage, Lucas has some special guests joining him, including Juan Carlos and Ezria. Lucas Graham dedicates this concert to their fans, especially those residing in the provinces, who may not be able to attend the live event due to geographical constraints. Rest assured, the audience can expect an emotional musical journey filled with heartwarming songs.
Several of my songs are quite emotional, but we still have some party songs, and so I think fans could be expecting to laugh, dance, and cry during the concert. I love being able to make people have a big party, but I also love how my lyrics and my more sad ballads can bring like a lot of feelings out in an audience. So yeah, I think people can expect both ends of the emotional scale for this concert.
This exceptional musical event is presented by KDR Music House and Midas Promotions. And for those who can't be there in person, don't miss out on the digital live stream of the Wish Date Memoir. You can catch it on the official YouTube channel of KDR Music House. This short film features an ensemble cast including Alice Dixon, Luella de Cordova, Shira Diaz, Devon Ceron, Joshua Junicio, with a special participation by Kate Yalom.
Mahal na mahal pa rin siya. Maybe he was the only one I meant to love.
But that's not all. You are also in for some outstanding performances by featured OPM artists.
On the wings of love, open above the clouds, the only way to fly. Oh, esa katulad mo ay di na dapat pang pakawalan.
Gladys Tuabi, UNTV News and Rescue. We serve the people, we give glory to God.
mga kasambahay. As the world faces these trying times amid various challenges and uncertainties, we are inviting everyone to join the global prayer for humanity.
Good day. I'm Brother Eli Soriano of the members of the Church of God International. I want to invite you to join us in a minute of prayer every day to pray for humanity and the whole world as we go through these perilous times. While safety measures like washing of hands and strengthening of our immune systems may help us through this horrible predicament, there is still no precaution or cure more powerful than God's mighty intervention. And we need His intervention now more than ever. It doesn't matter what religion you are in or what denomination you belong. This is an invitation for all the people around the world who cares for the future of their family, friends, loved ones, and humanity as a whole. Everybody is welcome to pray with us. For more details, you can check out the description box below. Thank you very much, and I hope to hear from you soon. May God bless you.
And before we close, we will leave you with the word giving glory to God. From the book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 23, it says, "For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and reproofs of instruction are the way of life." And those are the reasons behind the news October 20, 2023. Reasons we deliver to you as they unfold. I am Marvy Delfin, live from Australia.
And because we need to know, we will always ask why. I am Joselito Liquido, live from Malaysia. We serve the people, we give glory to God.